A wave of EV owners is slamming into reality, ditching their electric dreams faster than a Tesla loses range in sub-zero weather. That's right, EV rebellion is brewing and the cries for gas-guzzling freedom are echoing across charging stations. Shocking, right? So what's causing the exodus and why EV owners are demanding their cars back? Electric vehicle, EV fans are currently raising the alarm about a strange problem that has come up in the EV community. Despite what most people think, it's not about how good EVs are for the earth or how efficient they are. More and more EV buyers are switching back to regular combustion engines. An even bigger surprise is that political leaders are trying to hide this knowledge. Finding the four main problems with EVs helps us understand other worries besides the money issue. Not only are the costs of repairs high, there are also possible safety risks. When EVs first became famous, people rushed to get this new technology. Politicians pushed for more electric vehicles, EVs, because everyone wanted to participate in the electric charge. In the present day, after about 3 years, the truth is hitting hard. As EV batteries wear out and drivers put more miles on their futuristic cars, problems that weren't expected are coming up. Now that things are bad enough, people aren't just thinking about fixes, they're trading in their old EVs for hybrid cars. The electric vehicle, EV community, is reeling from this sudden change in taste. Therefore, it's critical to figure out why. It's not just about how cool new technology is, it also talks about the practical and safety issues that have come up as EVs age. Because of the severe effects, people who own or are considering buying an electric car need to know about the story's darker side. Before getting into the specifics of recent incidents, let's examine real cases that underscore the challenges faced by electric vehicle EV owners. A striking example involves Scott McFan, a man whose unfortunate encounter with a minor accident in his Ribbon resulted in a dent. Typically, such a dent repair would be straightforward. However, the repair process for his electric vehicle was neither swift nor economical. McFan had to part with his car for over 2 months and was handed a staggering repair bill of $22,000. This case exemplifies a pervasive issue with EVs. Many repair shops lack the equipment and expertise to handle their advanced technology, leading to excessive repair costs and increased insurance premiums. Another noteworthy incident involves a California man who shared his anxiety-inducing experience with his EV's range. In cold weather, he observed a rapid drop of over 30% in his EV's range within 5 minutes of driving. This unsettling situation unfolded as he was rushing to the hospital with an infant in the back seat due to an emergency. This case is not an isolated incident. Similar scenarios unfold daily, highlighting the vulnerability of EVs to adverse weather conditions and the subsequent impact on their performance. In addition to the benefits people expect from electric cars, these real-life examples show how complicated and complex things can be for EV owners. These incidents show the complexity of using electric vehicles daily, with problems like huge repair costs and unexpectedly short ranges. Understanding these problems is essential for people thinking about switching to electric cars so they can make intelligent choices about using this new technology in their daily lives. Living in places with cold weather or cyclones can be challenging for electric vehicle EV owners. Imagine a situation where the power is out, or you can't charge your car during an emergency. It makes you wonder if we're ready to ditch our good old gas cars. A recent study by S&P Global found that more than half of people who own electric cars are considering returning to regular gas cars for their next ride. That's right, over 50% of them. It's like buying a new fancy phone and then returning to using an old flip phone. And it's not just because of the weather or emergencies. Even when you look at the numbers, it's interesting. If a household has an electric car, there's only a 50% chance they'll get another one next time. And guess what? 3 out of 5 people who own an electric car, except for Tesla owners, don't want another one. It is even more surprising because car companies spend a lot on making electric cars. They want people to keep buying them, not return to regular gas cars. It's like they're making the most excellent new phone and don't want people to return to using old flip phones. It's a tricky situation for the electric car world, and it shows real concerns and doubts people have, especially when dealing with harsh weather or emergencies. Now, the situation for electric vehicles is quite unsettling. At Porsche, fewer than 37% of owners are considering another electric car. With only 45.9% of their owners contemplating another EV, BMW has declined, down from 46.6% 3 years ago. According to Consumer Reports, EVs are grappling with significantly more issues than traditional gas-powered cars, approximately 80% more problems. The primary concerns revolve around the batteries, charging systems, and the fit and finish of the car's body panels and interior parts. This whole situation is like growing pains for the electric car business. They're still figuring out how to make these new cars without many problems. But in the meantime, people are feeling the pinch. They worry about whether EVs are reliable, not to mention the higher costs, the scarcity of charging stations, and how long does it take to charge these things. And guess what? Plug-in hybrids, which mix electric and gas power, have even more issues than fully electric cars. It's like trying to juggle with one hand tied behind your back. On a positive note, traditional gas-electric hybrids, which have been around for a while, are proving more reliable. The average consumer finds greater satisfaction in purchasing a $25,000 hybrid than investing $60,000 in an EV. Let me tell you a story about Michael Korm from New York. He got himself a brand new 2023 Chevy Bolt electric SUV, thinking it would be cool and save him some cash on gas. But you won't believe what happened. One cold day, his car wouldn't shift into drive. He had to play the on and off game 10 or 12 times before it cooperated. And it's not just Michael. Other electric cars have had their fair share of issues. Hyundai's Ioniq 5 EV had trouble with its battery and charging due to some computer glitch. Rivian, a new player in the electric vehicle scene, struggled to get its body panels in line and dealt with broken parts inside the car. Let's talk about why getting an electric car might not be the best idea for everyone. Home charging can be a headache. Imagine getting an EV and dreaming of never having to go to a gas station again. Sounds fantastic, right? But here's the catch. Charging at home isn't as easy as they make it sound. Many homes, especially in California, don't have the setup for level 2 charging, which you need for the magic overnight tank fill-up. And if you live in an apartment, good luck finding a spot with a charger. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Public charging stations aren't always a breeze either. They're rare or permanently out of order, and around 4 in 10 don't even work. Then there's the energy crisis issue. We all think EVs are about saving energy, but here's a shocker. These cars use more electricity at home than expected. People thought they'd use around 2.9 kilowatts daily. But guess what? It's more like 7.2 to 8 kilowatts, over double your regular electricity bill. And if you thought, hey, at least it's cheaper than my gas car, you might want to think again. To offset the $20,000 to $30,000 premium you pay for an EV over a hybrid, you'll need to drive it for a whopping 60,000 miles before you start saving money. That's a lot of miles. Next up, we've got range anxiety, which we touched upon earlier. It's that fear of your EV running out of juice before you reach your destination. Not fun, right? And then, perhaps the most surprising issue is the weight of these EVs. Take the GMC EV Hummer, a giant on wheels weighing 9,000 pounds, like 3 Honda Civics squeezed together on a scale. Why so heavy? Well, it's the batteries. To power EVs for longer ranges, you need substantial battery power, and batteries, my friends, are heavy. Now, why is this weight a concern, besides affecting driving dynamics? A study found that getting hit by a car 1,000 pounds heavier than yours increases your chances of not surviving by a whopping 47%. That's a significant risk. With these heavyweight EVs roaming the roads, the danger becomes even more pronounced, especially for those smaller, lighter vehicles. What are your thoughts? Do you think EVs are more expensive to maintain? Drop your comments below. And if you're curious about groundbreaking news that could shake up the entire EV industry, check out my latest video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next